Salutations, Queen of Shade here, coming to you with a very special message. It is Pride Month, and we are all very happy to be celebrating our individuality. Because you see, I'm a member, card-carrying member of the Pride community. But honey, all the Pride members, all the members in the community are not the same. We are not the same. No two of us are the same. So you must learn to deal with each Pride member on a case-by-case basis as an individual. Just because we are Pride members of the collective does not mean we are the same. So these videos are dedicated to telling my story. And I'm going to start with this. I have known that I was gay since I was about 2 years old. I remember the way I looked at older men. I remember the way that I caught crushes for older men and couldn't wait to get older to be with them. I remember that at 2 years old. And, you know, a lot of us growing up in the African American community, we had that beaten out of us. We had that prayed out of us. We had that fasted out of us. You know, there was a lot of punishment surrounding being homosexual or lesbian or transgendered or non-binary or, you know, the other facets, bisexual. I don't want to leave you guys out because you're in here too. But intersex as well. There was a lot of stigma around us being who we are. And I remember those hard years, because you see, puberty hit me about 8th grade. And I remember, it started before then, but my emotions for being homosexual really heightened in 8th grade. I cried that entire year and no one knew. I used to go to the bathroom in my beautiful suburban middle school, and I used to pray because I didn't understand the erections that I was having by looking at my fellow classmates. I didn't understand what that meant, and I didn't understand why my mind was doing that. And then it made it even worse, because then I would go to church and I would have the same thing happen, and I would spend most of the service in the bathroom trying to pray away my emotions and my attractions to the beautiful black men and Latin men that I saw around me. You know, what am I saying this to you for? And I'm being this frank because I want you to understand that it was no cakewalk. It was no cakewalk. It was damaging. It was traumatic. I had no one to talk to. I had no one to talk about what I was going through with. And I remember, you know, they always say, oh, well, kids shouldn't know, and, you know, you should hide your gayness, and the children shouldn't know. Well, I was watching Beauty and the Beast. I was watching Snow White. I was watching Sleeping Beauty. I was watching all of these movies where the princess got to kiss the prince, and they lived happily ever after. But there was no representation of me. There was no representation of same-sex love and appreciation. And so you have to understand something. I'm 41 years old. I grew up in the 80s. In September of this year, I will be 42. So I've been around for a while. I'm moving into middle age. I know I don't look it, but I am. And that's a long time to have to suppress who you are and what you are, because it offends everyone around you. But you know, I managed to do it. I managed to be able to hide myself and make everyone happy. I did that. I was a people pleaser. I'm an ex-people pleaser now. I managed to hide, and I managed to be small, and I managed to not be seen or heard, or, you know, just be the quiet gay one. I always spoke. I always talked. But my homosexuality was never up for discussion. But you know something? That caused me a lot of pain and anguish. And my success did not come until I was fully transparent about who I am, what I am, and what I love, and who I love. And now I am the Queen of Shade. Millions and millions of LGBTQIAP plus community members around the world know my name and listen to my music. And in my music, I say he. I'm singing to a man. I'm telling them to do things to me. And my music is very, very vivid. That's why it's always explicit. But now I have the freedom at 41 that I did not have growing up or in my 20s. And I say that for a reason. There are a lot of people around us that know what we are before we know what we are. But it is not their right to try to force us or to bully us or to persecute us. People always persecute what is different. But being black, male, gay, and an entrepreneur, my life has been nothing but pain. But guess what? I'm standing here during Pride Month to let you know that I am here and I am going nowhere. I have a right to tell my story and I will tell it. And if you don't like it, baby, the exit is right at the top of the screen. You can get out of here at any moment. Oh, but wait, I give you life without the possibility of parole. So you stay. I win. I love you.
Make sure that you follow the Queen of Shade on all social media platforms. Stay up to date with social media posts, podcast episodes, merchandise drops, and mentoring specials. Serious booking inquiries, use the email provided.